Hello everyone. This is very brief demonstration of Testing Whiz tool. Here we are going to showcase you all the features and capabilities that Testing Whiz has. Over here, if you see, this is the tool. It's a basic on-prem solution that you have to install it in the machines. As soon as you install, this is the screen that you come up with. When you close the screen, this is the real crux. Here you define all of the project details. All of these information is being utilized in some or the other way in the tool, in the integrations that we do, in the automation that we do, everything and everywhere. This would be very much useful. So starting off, Testing Whiz is a codeless platform that offers you to write test cases in a codeless manner, which means that you can write test cases without writing a single line of code, by allowing you to record test cases through different recorders that we have. So by default there is a Chrome recorder, you have Firefox recorder, you have IE recorder, you have mobile recorder for mobile native application testing, you have visual recorder for desktop automation as well. And by default, when you click on this Chrome recorder, this is going to open up a basic recorder for you. And once it opens up the recording page, you would be able to navigate to the website or the application that you have to write test cases on, and you would be able to start recording it from there. So as soon as I type it here, this will open the page and it will allow you to write test cases going forward. So as soon as you hit the URL here, it will record all of your actions by navigating through the journey that you are performing on the website. So as soon as I click here, it has recorded one step. Click download Testing Whiz button, and as I'm navigating through the website, it is going to record all of my actions as a script, so that you don't have to write test cases by yourself or write any code for specific examples. So this is very useful if your testers are manual testers, or you want to enrich your manual testers for automation. So that is going to help you there, as well as this feature allows you to add validation statements also while you are recording it. So you can verify text, whatever application you are testing it, you will have to apply validation so that the application needs to be tested correctly. So all of these things are getting recorded, and all of the interactions that you do has been recorded as step, as well as all of these objects are stored over here. All of the properties are captured while doing the automation, and while you are doing the execution, it will capture all of your interactions and provide you the exact steps. So this is very intelligent in terms of identifying certain objects. The other things like you can edit this test case anytime that you want, you can change this step, you can delete this step, etc. You can capture a mandatory screenshot as well. So all of these things are possible. There is data-driven testing, which allows you to import any data set that you might have. If you don't have data, you don't have to worry about it. You can generate random data inside the tool as well. So let's say name and number, email, I need to generate random. I can select the test data type as alphabetical for name, and email data for email field. So as soon as I do that, specify the number of rows I need to generate the data, and say okay. All of the data which gets generated, now you can use it in your test case, so that multiple combinations of the scenarios of your test scenarios can be automated, and you can test it very concisely and very accurate. So validations can be very accurate in terms of when trying different types of permutations and combinations in a single test case. that will allow you to create test cases out of it. So this is how you create a data driven test case, map it through the data that you have, and done. You don't have to bring in any other library, you don't have to pull up any other coding mechanisms, you don't have to integrate with any third-party systems. It is all built into the tool out of the box for you to use. Having said that, this is about a web testing functionality. You have different capabilities, like you can create an API test cases under it. So you have REST web service. You can add a step here to add a REST web service request. You can also add SOAP web service request. You can add a GraphQL web service request also inside the tool and complete the end-to-end validation, as well as you can add database checkpoints so that you would be able to validate your test cases on database layer also. So this provides you every tool to do end-to-end testing. Then you have mobile specific commands that allow you to test and automate your mobile applications. It can be native application, it can be native Android, it can be native iOS application, it can be a web application, it can be hybrid mobile application. All those things you can test it out accordingly and whenever you want. So all of these things are very much powers you to create test cases for each and every type of testing that you do. So this helps you a lot in terms of creating test cases, as well as talking about integrations. You have different types of integrations that will allow users to create, to interact with their ecosystem. So ecosystems can be, you have bug tracking tool integration with Mantis, Jira, Fogbugs, etc. You have integrations with test management tool as QC, Zephyr, TestRail, etc. All of these things you can submit a bug through to the bug tracking tool, right through the tool itself. In test management tool, you will be able to submit all of your test results from the test case, Testing Whiz tool to your test management tool directly right through the tool itself. So you don't have to go out, open up the other tool and then try to fill in the details of each and every execution. So you can do it right through the tool itself. All of the logs as well as all of your screenshot captures would automatically be pushed onto those details. As well as you have version control integrations for SVN, GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab. All of these things can be used for versioning controlling of your test cases. The other things are you can also execute your test cases on Browser Stack, Sauce Labs and Lambda test platforms, which is nothing but cloud browser execution platforms, which allow you to execute all of your test cases in infinite number of browsers that you can, browsers and devices, you can run it across. You have mobile testing capabilities, you have data validation rules that needs to be validated against each and every Excel columns that you can do it. So all of these things are out of the box available for users to use it accordingly. One important feature for any testers would be to run your test cases if you have any dependent test case. So you have that dependent test case execution feature. You have risk-based testing enabled execution feature that allows you to run test cases on priority basis, as well as you have run recovery scenario and rerun failed test case that allows you to run test case if there is any failure due to slow network or any other failure. So it will allow you to run your test case again if there is any, it enhances the chances of getting your test case passed due to unnecessary circumstances. So you can record your test cases execution also, as well as in the report you will get a failure screenshot whenever there is a failure of any step. So all of these things together combine a very powerful tool for your functional test automation, and this is something which is going to help you a lot. Thank you. this was it from our end. Thank you. Bye bye.